What's up, dudes? So I just pulled up outside my my buddy Mike's Spark Bike Run Sport, his bike and running tri-shop here in Taunton, or West or East Taunton, Massachusetts. You can Google that when you get home. I'm a little jacked up right now, so I'm not riding my bike. I've also got a little bit of Lyme disease going on. The Lyme symptoms are starting to subside a little, and it's been about 2.5 weeks since I've ridden a bike, really, and I'm starting to get wicked fat. So I need to do something, and so I'm going to start trail running. And you know, a lot of cyclists, they like to trash other people's sports, they like to trash running, they just like to trash stuff, but then they don't like it when people trash their sport. So if you don't have a sense of humor about people trashing cycling, don't trash other people's sports. That's all I gotta say. So I'm gonna go run. I don't mind trail running. I've shot ultra running, and I've shot I guess an Xterra, but shot this 100-mile run in Ohio once, and it was one of the most inspiring things I've ever been part of. I wasn't inspired to do an ultra run or even a trail marathon, but I was inspired to do something, you know, whether that's like do a 3-mile trail run with my dog or whatnot, I don't know, but I'm definitely not gonna run an ultra marathon anytime soon. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up. I gotta pee wicked bad, so I'm gonna go inside and talk to Mike about a couple pair of running shoes. Are we filming now? I was just rolling. It's vlog style. Maybe. Alright, so we're gonna have some gimbal shake. Alright, so what's the first step here?
So
what's this thing?
The first step would be asking you what you want to do, which we've already established is trail running.
I don't think we talked about that on camera though.
No, we didn't.
So ask me what I want to do.
What do you want to do, Tom?
Well, I want to go trail running 3 to 5 miles a day, a few days a week with the dog. And then I want to, you know, during a dirt wire coverage, you know, I'm covering 7.5, 8 miles a day each weekend day, almost every weekend all across season. So I need something more maybe neutral or casual, perhaps, right? Is that where I'm going with it?
No, we're going.
No, what is that?
We gotta go trail running and durable.
Okay, but for a cross coverage where it's like pavement, standing around, running around, jogging around.
I think we still want a trail shoe.
All right.
Only because of the durability.
Okay.
Because you're gonna wreck them in one cross race. Like if you grab like this shoe, it's gonna feel super awesome, and then a whole cross race will make it look like.
So that's more like a street shoe.
This is
so
more
it's
like
generally
a street shoe, minimal. Like
not as tough.
Those people that can run barefoot but don't because they don't want to step in gum, like run in this. But it's like there's nothing to
Not
it.
those. You don't have those toe shoes.
No
toe shoes.
They got like sued.
Was that the end of them?
That was kind of the end, but it was already towards the end. We were selling like $5,000 worth of those shoes a week, and
they don't make them anymore.
Stopped. They still make them. No one buys them. Huh. Every once in a while, like a CrossFit guy will walk in and be like, "I need those Vibram toe shoes."
I thought kind of the takeaway from that was that they just jumped into it too quickly, and it wasn't really that bad for you. It was just that people jumped into it, so you can't stop people from biting off more than they can chew and
seems like the
themselves.
Lawsuit thing was more like people saw a lawsuit and stopped buying it, even though the lawsuit was about people who weren't doing it the right way. Like there was a whole thing, like you opened that shoe and there was like a card in there that said like, take it easy, go slow, get used to these things, and people were like, throw that away, I'm gonna go run a marathon of these things tomorrow. And they took getting used to. Like I wore them every day in here and they were amazing. They're like the best water shoes you could ever have. Like you're gonna go kayaking or something, you don't necessarily want to go barefoot and your flip-flop would like go down the river. Like the Five Fingers were awesome for that. I personally couldn't run in them. I tried. I'm not one of those people that can just jump in any shoe and go for a run or go barefoot. If I'm not in like my specific shoe, I get hurt. Which is why like the whole us putting people in the right shoe thing is a thing here, because we're terrified to give somebody the wrong shoe. So yeah.
So the toe shoes thing was sort of like the McDonald's pouring hot coffee in your lap thing, where it was like, you know, people didn't stop buying McDonald's coffee, like the people who didn't just immediately pour it in their laps. But,
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
We carry
those are bike shoes.
Yes, those bike shoes over there.
All right. That's so funny.
People who don't know bike shoes, like people who just come here for running shoes, I'll go over and they're like, "Wow, is this like a track bike?" You know,
Dude, that looks like the shoes that Michael Phelps wore when he was swimming against the shack. Did you see that? Well, he's wearing CDs, but did you see that? He was wearing bike shoes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
For the mono fin. All right.
So anyways, what we do here is we don't say, Tom, which one do you want to try? We actually check out your feet.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, we check out. This is like for show. If I could take this whole wall down, I would. Like you would walk in, and there would be a picture of silhouettes of running shoes, and it would say, "Let us help you find your right shoe." But we can't do that. We need this to like wow you. Like you need to walk in and be like, "Whoa!"
Heather, aka H-Ball, was asking me. So I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go in and get fit." And she's like, "Oh, the problem I have with that is then like, what if it's like a color you don't like?" I'm like, I don't care. Like I'm just going run. Like it's not a fashion show. I'm just going running with my dog. He's not gonna judge me. Oh, so we start with this thing.
Yeah. So this actually is a repurposed some brands body geometry thermal board, and it actually works way better than any running shoe brand's thermal board. This is just purely for arch height, which isn't like the main determining factor of what shoe is right for you, but it actually does help us distinguish between brands. Like if you have like really flat feet and a particular brand has a very pronounced arch, like an Asics has a very pronounced arch to it, that shoe might bother your foot without a specific insole. So we use this while we look at your ankle and foot structure to determine your arch height, which helps us narrow this down to this. So stay there, and what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you bend at the knees a few times like doing a squat. And what I'm doing is I'm watching.
Is that far enough down?
Yeah, that's perfect. So what I'm doing is I'm watching to see if your ankles roll in or out while you do that, looking to see if your arch collapses while you do that, and you can stop squatting.
Okay.
I got to swing around the back and take a look, see what Tom's got going on back here.
I probably got some weird stuff going on.
Go ahead and do one more bend. And do you have any prior injuries? Like you break an ankle or knees still bother you, that kind of stuff?
Broke ankles a couple times a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about single speed knees?
No. You just got to build up to it. It's like single speed is like barefoot running. You just got to build up to it.
Lower back?
No.
Like, no shoe's going to help your wrist, but that's why you're running now, right?
Yes. Well, I mean, running's hopefully going to help my wrist because I won't be falling. I could be falling. Yeah.
That's cool.
Maybe gain. I'm hoping to gain fitness.
And Albie gains a partner that's slower than him.
I mean, he already kind of has that.
So go ahead and climb up.
Right.
And so, because the temperature in here is so hot, you can barely see it. The camera probably can't pick it up.
Oh, so there's actually like a little thermal. I saw the thermal imprint.
It's usually like very pronounced, but it's so, the temperature outside and inside is so like contrasting right now that this thing's green when it's normally black. But I can see the outline of your arch right there. You can actually do this at home after you get out of a shower and stand on tile. You have a fairly pronounced arch, and your feet roll out just a little bit. And actually, as you bend, your ankles roll in. Be a little trickier to fit you to the proper road running shoe because it's such a hard pavement and you've got contrasting things going on. So it's probably like 3 shoes that are the perfect shoe for you. Trail running's a little different because you're not really landing on your heel. You've read Born to Run.
Yes.
So you have to land what we call midfoot. Some people when they trail run will run more pronounced on the balls of their feet, which isn't necessarily healthy, but it's like good for climbing hills, things like that. So a lot of shoes will have like a big medial posting on the side that's like very stiff and firm, but it only goes to here. So when you're running up here, it really isn't doing a whole lot except adding weight to the shoe. And you're at 11.5, you said? All right. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go out back, get a bunch of shoes that'll work for you. You're gonna try them all on, take a little jog around, and pick the one that's right for you.
Okay.
So what you don't get to do is say, Mike, I want to try this one.
Right.
So.
But this one says Leadville on it.
Yeah.
That's.
So.
All right. So what do we got here?
We've got
some Brooks
Adrenaline
New Balance
ASR. That is basically their most popular.
Just start at the beginning here.
Yeah.
All right.
So let me get them ready for you. Okay. Just gonna run through them. So this is the Adrenaline ASR. This is Brooks' most popular road running shoe modified into a trail shoe. This is actually the shoe that I wear. It's got medial posting, a little bit of weatherproofness, obnoxious color, which is kind of a trail shoe thing.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, I kind of dig the green. I've got a bright blue pair. So there's a little bit of psychology to this.
Psychology.
There's things about a shoe that are right and wrong that I could never tell you, because it's the way you perceive the shoe should fit.
Okay.
Or the small stitching on the inside that bothers you the wrong way. So that's why there's no prescription. There's no, Tom, this is the right shoe for you. This is the only shoe for you. Buy this one. Because the part that I can't prescribe for you is the part that matters. Me personally, Brooks have always fit me best. So I have the road version of that shoe on. Brooks have always held my heel in just right with just the right amount of forefoot cushioning.
Yeah. All right, so what am I looking for first? I mean,
You're
they
looking
fit.
for them to just feel right. You're looking for them to fit.
All right. What do you think toe-wise?
Go ahead and drop your toe down. Now wiggle it up. You're looking for, sorry. You're looking for a little bit more room in the toe than you would in like a cycling shoe where you kind of feather the front.
So does that feel good? I mean,
yeah,
I'm generally 11.5 in most things.
That feels pretty good. Your feet are going to swell a little bit when you run. You're also wearing a cycling sock right now, so if you put on a sock with a little bit more cushioning, you probably don't own anything but cycling socks.
Ski socks.
Yeah, ski socks. So it's a little bit of cushioning.
Is that a good a lot of cushion?
So that on a day that you don't.
And they go up to my knees, and they're very insulated.
Tick protection. Not great for a hot summer day. So if you were to put on a slightly thicker sock, there's room for them in there, and plus your feet swell when you run. So what you don't want them to be right at the front like you would a cycling shoe, because then they'll be too small. This is the Brooks Cascadia. This is the 10. It's one that we have on clearance. This is the neutral version. This one has no medial posting, which is the thing that keeps you from rolling in. This is Brooks's most popular trail shoe. Just feel totally wrong.
I mean, the other ones feel better. I'm not sure in what way, but
okay. So
sort of some stuff that's going on in the front.
That's that unexplainable thing that just one feels better than the other. So what we do is process of elimination. Those go back in the box, and we try the next one.
Right.
And what we do at the end is we pick the ones that felt the best and try those.
Yeah, the green ones definitely felt slightly better in some weird, mostly in the front somehow.
Not that it should matter that much for what you've got going on, but those would be more durable for dirt wire 2D days.
Okay.
Yeah. You see like all the little like weatherproof symbols on the front and everything.
Yeah. So I mean, how weatherproof? I mean, they're not like you step in a puddle, you're not going to stay dry, right?
No, actually. So it's funny. People always ask for waterproof shoes. The problem with waterproof shoes is when the water gets in, it doesn't come out.
Oh.
There's nowhere for it to drain. So you're better off with a shoe that dries quickly if possible.
Yeah. And then would you wear some sort of special sock on a wet running day?
Yeah.
I love the stupid running questions. I have
just like wool socks for mountain biking, wool maintains its warmth even when wet. So a wool sock will be kind of the way to go on a wet day. So this is on Cloud Venture, and this is it's almost a tough shoe to describe because they're kind of totally different from anything else you run in. Rather than the cushioning being mostly in the midsole, most of it's coming from these pods they call clouds. So it's almost like a suspension system.
Those look crazy.
Yeah, if you remember like the Nike Shocks, they were like, oh, they got like this suspension in them. But this actually works. It's got some nice grip to it. Earlier versions of the shoe, like the lugs would like rip off and everything. So they fixed all that before they ever made a trail version. People were trail running in the road ones and destroying them. These are very durable. They have I'll try them on and you tell me how they feel.
Okay.
What's that?
Are these? So is this more of a minimalist thing?
No.
Or no?
It's actually a pretty built up shoe. It's just built up in a different way than you're used to.
Okay.
This kind of lace you'll definitely want a double knot.
Okay.
This
all right.
is one of those shoes because people haven't really seen these as much. This is one of those "what are you wearing" shoes.
Yeah.
Like when you show up in a Brooks or New Balance, people have heard of it. People haven't necessarily heard of On. What's cool about this New Balance we're looking at? If you look at the way the traction is set up. It's kind of made to be if you were going to run in them on the road, it wouldn't wear out the lugs right away like a lot of trail shoes would. It's very conscious of the fact that not everyone wants to.
So it'd be like a good gravel tire sort of tread,
yeah,
like where it's like a file tread in the middle, big side knobs.
Yeah. Yeah. So
these things are crazy. Yeah. Are you carrying those?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got all those. We have the dry, the mixed, the wet. I actually ran those wet. And they hook up really nice when it's dry. Like, if you're just going to have one tire, their wet tire is really nice.
Yeah. I kind of like the look of the ons. I don't know which I go with, blue or gray. If I were gonna go with, well, I guess the question is, which of these is the better, like stomping around, all around, doing race coverage shoe, and which is the better straight up trail runner?
Yes.
Yes, either one.
so here's the thing, like, you could have picked any one of these 4 shoes and they're all good choices for what you want to do. I think probably the On in the upper is a little bit more durable than the New Balance, just because this right here is pretty firm, but this is really light and soft.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they're all good choices. That's kind of why we do it this way. It's like right now you can't really buy a bad full suspension mountain bike right now. Like, any choice you make is good.
All right, I think.
Sometimes you just have to close your eyes and buy the one that feels right too.
Well, I would go with. I think I would go with this in the blue.
In the blue.
For the dirt wiring.
In size 11.
In size 11, and then also this in size 11 for the straight up trail running.
There you go.
Yeah. All right.
Too bad Chris isn't still here to see you pick the Cloud
I
Venture.
mean, part of it, and I'm actually honestly glad that this one worked, because it is really cool. I mean, it's totally alien and freaky, but it's kind of fun.
We get that a lot when, like, people will try on a shoe and they'll be like, I really want this to be the one that works because I really like the way it looks.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys, I mean,
Cool.
if you look at...
Hello. Hello. Hi.
What's up? Albie's like,
Yeah, he's like, I want to play. It's like, but he could close the distance that road.
like
and-
other dogs?
Oh, really? He loves other dogs.
Sorry, Albie.
Easy.
I did work.
Easy.
At Kingdom?
So yeah, dude, that was pretty cool. I got all set up with some running shoes at Spark Bike Run Sport, and it's hopefully gonna keep me in shape while I'm off the bike for a few weeks, and prepare me better for running around all weekend at cross coverages this cross season, so I won't hurt so much on Monday morning. I won't be hobbled. And so Albie Dog and I are gonna get to it. We're gonna go run around and see how it goes. All right, thanks for watching. I know it's weird, it's not bike content, it's running content, but working with what I got right now. Thanks for watching. See you guys out there.